Okay, this is lesson 74, scientific notation. So remember with scientific notation that when you move the decimal, moving to the right means that you're getting a negative exponent. When you're moving to the left, it's a positive exponent. This is because when we write things in scientific notation, we're writing it as a shorthand or abbreviating it. The sign of the exponent tells us how to move the decimal to put it back into standard form. So, for example, if this is our um, our decimal and we put it into scientific notation, we're moving it 3 places to the right. So that's going to be 4 times 10 to the negative third. If I was taking this expression, the scientific notation, and I was putting it back into standard form, this exponent's telling me that I'm going to move the decimal 3 places to the left in order to get it back to the original number. So 4, and then I'm going 1, 2, 3, and my original number is going to be 4 1,000ths. Okay, so that's why the signs are kind of opposite. So if you look at this part right here, therefore it might seem wrong because you're used to a number line where to the right is positive and to the left is negative. But scientific notation tells you how to put it back in its original form. So we write it in the opposite direction. Okay, so now let's look at the practice problems. The example problems for this lesson. So 74.1 is taking this and moving it to put it in scientific notation. We're moving the decimal 4 places to the right. So that's going to be a negative exponent. We're going to always put it behind the first non-zero number. So the first non-zero number is this 3. So it's going to be 3.16 times 10. And since we moved it 4 places to the right, it's going to be a negative 4. Okay. So use the same procedure if you have a problem where it's already in scientific notation form and you're just simplifying it. So in this case, it's the same number, but it's times 10 to the negative 7th. We're still moving it 4 places. That's still a negative 4, but now we have to add these two exponents together. Now remember what our rules are for adding numbers with signs. If the signs are the same, you add the numbers and keep the sign. If the signs are different, you find the difference and you keep the sign of the largest absolute value number. In this case, it's the signs are the same, so we're going to add them together. So it's going to be 3.16 times 10 to the negative 11th. Okay, great. Let's go to the next example problem. Okay, so this is 74.3. In this case, it's the same problem, but this time it has a positive exponent. So it's going to be 7 plus a negative 4. So that's the same as saying 7 minus 4, which is a positive 3. So it's 3.16 times 10 to the third. For example 74.4, we're taking a bigger number, 47,800, using that same procedure. We're moving the decimal to the first non-zero number. So when I say first non-zero number, I don't mean the first non-zero number that you come to. It's not this 8. It's the first non-zero number from left to right in the number. So it's going to be behind this 4. So we're moving it 4 places to the left this time. And so if we move it to the left, remember that that's going to be a positive exponent. So it will be 4.78. We're going to drop these zeros because they're not significant. So 4.78 times 10, and we moved it four places, so it's going to be a positive 4. Okay, so look at B though, in that same example. This time they have a negative 7 already there. It's 4.78 times 10. Already had a negative 7. We're going to add 4. So this is going to be 4.78 times 10 to the negative third, because we find the difference and keep the sign of the larger absolute value. Okay, and then that third way that this one could go in that same example, we've got 4.78 times 10. This time, both of the exponents are positive. So they have the same sign, so we're just going to add them. So 7 plus 4 is 11. Okay, now let's look at the next thing, which is the practice problems for this lesson. We've got 49,900. We've moved 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the left. If we move to the left, it's positive. If we move to the right, it's negative for scientific notation. So this is going to be a positive 4. So, and we drop those non-significant zeros. So it's 4.99 times 10 to the 4th. For practice problem B, same numbers, except for it's already written in scientific notation with a negative 11 as the exponent. So we're going to add 4 to that negative 11. So we're going to find the difference between 11 and 4, which is 7, and keep the sign of the larger absolute value. So it's going to be a negative 7. And finally, practice problem C is this 0.000499 times 10 to the third. We're moving it to the right. So moving it to the right is a negative. We moved it 1, 2, 3, 4 places behind the first non-zero number. We rewrite as 4.99 times 10. It's already got a positive 3 here. We're going to subtract 4. So that's going to be negative 1. Okay, that is lesson 74, scientific notation.